If you're thinking of going to Mars, don't go without watching this video. Joking aside, you've bought a ticket to a place millions of kilometers away from Earth where you can't breathe, your blood boils, and your cells are being shattered by radiation every second, my friend. I've shared with you in this video the 10 dark truths that no one has ever told us. While researching those secret reports behind life on Mars, I was truly shocked. The picture is far more terrifying and ruthless than we ever imagined. These 20 deadly challenges awaiting the first colonists, and which no one dares to speak of openly, will astonish you. Do you think humanity is truly ready to sacrifice its own bodies to this biological hell? Believe me, you won't believe what you're about to hear. Please subscribe right now to support me.
Imagine having to sleep in the same room with a silent killer that is invisible but shatters your cells every second. Our first and biggest enemy on Mars is not aliens, but cosmic radiation. I was truly terrified when I researched this topic and saw how radiation cooks human DNA like a microwave oven. The magnificent magnetic shield that protects us on Earth does not exist on Mars. High-energy particles from the sun and deep space crash directly onto the surface. When I read the expert reports, I learned that staying on the surface for just 6 months is equivalent to the radiation you would receive in a nuclear power plant accident. This means a 40% increased risk of cancer and the slow collapse of the nervous system. Being a colonist there actually means sacrificing your own body to science. Do you think living like rats in underground bunkers on Mars can really be the future of humanity? Would you want to feel your bones becoming as fragile as glass day by day? Our second biggest nightmare on Mars is microgravity. Watching astronauts doing somersaults in a weightless environment on social media might look like fun, but when I researched the truth of physical collapse, I was terrified for my own body. The gravity of Mars is only 38% of Earth's. This situation melts away human muscles and skeletal structure at an incredible speed. According to experts, astronauts permanently lose 1 to 2% of their bone mass every month they spend in space. Imagine your muscles weakening so much in a colony that will last for years, that lifting a simple tool from the ground will turn into absolute torture. Your heart muscle will weaken and your blood flow will completely deteriorate. The human body was not designed for that red planet. Do you think it is worth enduring this biological collapse if scientists cannot achieve an artificial gravity revolution? Have you ever thought that the dust you breathe every day could melt your thyroid glands from the inside out? The third major danger on Mars is that mesmerizing red soil itself. That famous red sand is actually a deadly poison. I was in absolute shock when I researched this geological fact and learned that a chemical called perchlorate covers everything. This toxic substance that we use to make rocket fuel on Earth is blown by the winds across every centimeter of Mars. It is only a matter of time before it seeps into spacesuits, airlocks, and living quarters. Preventing it 100% is almost impossible. Inhaling or accidentally swallowing this extremely fine dust causes fatal thyroid diseases and blood poisoning in humans. Even the plants we dream of growing in Martian greenhouses will absorb this poison into their roots. Do you think it is technically possible for us to purify this toxic soil and build a livable agricultural empire on it? Have you ever fallen into a loneliness so deep that you would be afraid of even your own reflection when you look in the mirror? The fourth, and I think the most insidious danger on Mars, is absolute psychological collapse. Years spent in that narrow capsule of the spaceship and underground bunkers literally tear the human mind apart. When I read the results of these isolation simulations, I felt the claustrophobia attacks those astronauts experienced, and I truly shivered. Even communicating with your family on Earth happens with a 20-minute signal delay. Not being able to hear the voices of your loved ones live and that deep silence echoing in that red desert irreversibly destroy the chemistry of the brain. Scientists are talking about depression and severe anxiety rates reaching up to 60% during long-term space missions. How contrary to human nature do you think it is to stay trapped in the same metal box for years with just a few people next to you? Do you think you can survive that psychological hell without losing your mind?
Did you know that a simple burst appendix solved in 10 minutes on Earth is an absolute death warrant on Mars? Our fifth massive challenge is medical impossibilities. When I researched this medical nightmare, I was truly terrified seeing how helpless the astronauts could be in the slightest accident. There are no fully equipped hospitals or emergency rooms there. Even worse, performing surgery in microgravity is a complete disaster. When an incision is made in your body, the blood does not flow down like on Earth. It rises into the air and drops and sticks everywhere, completely blocking the surgeon's vision. Because the behavior of bacteria changes in space and antibiotics rapidly lose their effectiveness, even a simple infection turns into a fatal crisis. Being millions of kilometers away from Earth means you have to perform your own surgery with improvised methods. Do you think you would dare to enter this biological death trap where there is no doctor to save you even from the slightest injury? Can you imagine the oxygen machines slowly stopping in the middle of a pitch-black sandstorm lasting for months? Our sixth major nightmare is those famous global dust storms of Mars. In Mars movies, we always watch these storms as action-packed scenes, but when I read the facts, I realized the real danger is not the speed of the wind, but the suffocating darkness the storm creates. These storms sometimes cover the entire planet and completely block the sun for months. If the colony's energy depends only on solar panels, it means game over for you right then. Power cuts off, life support units fall silent, and the freezing cold of -100 degrees begins to seep in. I would rather stay on Earth than wait to freeze in the dark in the middle of such desperation. Do you think it is possible for us to survive in that dark hell lasting for months, relying only on solar energy without massive nuclear reactors? Come on, subscribe right now.
If you think you can survive by growing potatoes on Mars, Hollywood science fiction movies have badly deceived you. Our seventh major challenge is the endless starvation nightmare of the colony. When I researched these agricultural projects, I understood the value of the unique fertile soils on Earth much better. Martian soil is a completely dead pile of sand, and it does not contain a single organic microbe necessary for plants to grow. Even if we build greenhouses and farm in water with hydroponic systems, the slightest water leak or computer failure means the entire colony will starve to death within weeks. For the rest of your life, you will have to eat only genetically modified algae and tasteless laboratory pastes produced from recycled water. You will never taste those juicy fresh fruits on Earth again. Do you think our stomachs and minds can really endure this endless synthetic feeding torture? Does having to purify and drink your own sweat and toilet waste to the last drop make your stomach turn? Our eighth major nightmare is the fatal water crisis on Mars. When I read the details of these water recycling systems, I realized what a huge miracle that clear water flowing from the tap on Earth actually is. There is no liquid water on the surface of Mars. There are only frozen glaciers at the poles and underground, and extracting it requires massive energy. Therefore, every drop of moisture in the colony, your breath, your sweat, and even your urine will be filtered repeatedly and turned back into drinking water. Even a tiny broken purification filter can drag the entire colony to death by thirst in days. I truly cannot even guess how psychologically wearing it would be for a person to drink that chemical-tasting, recycled wastewater for months. Do you think this necessary water cycle is something human psychology can endure? Come on, subscribe right now and support me, please. Did you ever think how a hole as small as your fingertip could boil all your blood in seconds and destroy you? Our ninth major fear is sudden depressurization and that ruthless Martian atmosphere. When I researched these scenarios, I saw how fragile space bases actually are, and I literally lost sleep. The atmosphere of Mars is so thin that the pressure is not even 1% of Earth's. A small meteor striking the metal capsule you think is safe, or a seal wearing out over time, means the air inside will be violently thrown out. At that moment, while the air in your lungs expands and tears, your body fluids will instantly start to boil. Stepping outside without a pressure suit or getting caught in a small leak while sleeping means an absolute and very painful end. What kind of permanent damage do you think living every second with the possibility of a glass breaking leaves on human psychology? Did you know that when you are face to face with death, you have to wait 22 minutes for your cry for help to reach Earth? Our 10th major nightmare is that freezing communication delay. When I researched this signal distance, I truly realized how disconnected we will actually be from Earth, and it sent shivers down my spine. Because of the immense distance between Earth and Mars, a message you send takes 22 minutes to arrive. If a fire breaks out in the base or you run out of oxygen, it will take exactly 44 minutes for you to notify the center and for them to produce a solution and send it back. During those 44 minutes in the middle of flames or lack of air, you are completely alone. You are 100% on your own. No expert can tell you what to do in those critical seconds. That desperate wait is enough to drive a person crazy. Do you think throwing yourself into this silent void where the price of the slightest mistake is paid with your life is courage or madness? Come on, subscribe right now and support me, please. While researching these 20 deadly points one by one, I truly just realized what a huge price humanity will pay. Mars is not a salvation plan, but actually a massive biological and psychological experiment laboratory. Building a civilization in that red desert where our bones melt, our blood boils, and we are destroyed a little more every day by radiation will be the most ruthless test in history. Do we really need to go millions of kilometers away and suffer in a dark void to understand the value of Earth's magnificent nature and air? After all these terrifying facts I have told you, do you still have the courage to board that spaceship? Come on, subscribe right now and support me, please.